Now, China's Foreign Minister Wang Yi continues his two-day visit in India as a special envoy of Chinese President Xi Jinping. And for the very latest on this, we're joined by our correspondent Shweta Bajaj in New Delhi. Welcome, Shweta. Good to have you there. Just give us a wrap-up, if you will, please, on Wang Yi's first-day visit and what will be on his agenda today.
Well, it was a day of hectic parlance. His day started with meeting India's Foreign Minister, Sushma Swaraj. The meeting lasted for as long as 3 hours, so a whole lot of issues were discussed. Let's not forget, of course, this is the first high-level meeting after the new government here in India took power. We also know that Mr. Wang Yi said that his two-day visit to the Indian capital as the special envoy of Chinese President Xi Jinping was to strengthen China and India's ties on various issues and take the cooperation to different levels. Let's listen in more really how his first day panned out. India laid down the red carpet as the Chinese foreign minister arrived in New Delhi for a two-day visit. Wang Yi met with his counterpart Sushma Swaraj. Talks were held on a range of topics. In the first high-level meeting between China and India after the new government came to power here in India, both the countries have decided to take their bilateral relationship to the next level. The aim is to iron out issues while concentrating on economic relationship and strategic partnership. Wang Yi is travelling to India as a special envoy of Chinese President Xi Jinping. The aim is to establish contact with India's new government to better relations between both countries. A range of issues including trade, investment, border dispute and high-level visits were discussed.
He said the Chinese and Indian dreams have a lot of commonalities. And then he went on to add that China welcomes the development of India, China supports the development of India, and China is ready to engage with the new government of India.
Wang Yi will also meet India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi and will call on President Pranab Mukherjee. The Indian Ministry of External Affairs reported that Wang Yi said that the new government has injected a new vitality into its country. Only last month, Narendra Modi invited Xi Jinping to India for greater engagement between the world's most populous nations on issues of trade and regional security. The Chinese foreign minister's visit to India is expected to better relations between both neighbors. Well, that was how the first day panned out, and of course, as far as the second day is concerned, he would be meeting Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi, followed by calling on the Indian President Pranab Mukherjee. We'll also see him, we're expecting him to also meet Ajit Doval, India's new National Security Advisor, and that's not all. Various other bureaucrats and officials, there are meetings on that level also to look at various high-level visits that are likely to happen through this year. Also, just to give you a sense, we also know that his official press conference is expected at 8 p.m. India time, which is about 10:30 p.m. Beijing time.
And Shweta, it's always interesting to know how the visits of dignitaries from other countries are being reported in the press there. So what's the Indian media been saying about Wang Yi's visit?
Well, when yesterday the meeting was held, there was a whole lot of security. In fact, the Chinese foreign minister was given the same level of security as the Indian prime minister gets, and that's what a number of media present there was also informed. If I could just pick up the leading daily of India, the Times of India, the news has made across media on the front pages. Here on the Times of India, the headline says, China heaps praise on old friend Modi and ties likely to go to new heights in the new regime. So that's what we are looking at as far as the leading daily here is concerned. If I was to read out headlines of various other newspapers and television channels, one of them saying that India-China raised significant issues in productive talks and has also injected renewed vitality into ties. So what we are really looking at is a plethora of views, a huge coverage across Indian media, across TV channels and also Indian leading daily newspapers, talking about the fact that there is the high possibility possibility of China-India ties going to next level. If I can also talk about one of the coverages which talks about that how China has said that it will support development of India. In fact, like we mentioned, the Ministry of External Affairs, a spokesperson, has also mentioned that China is ready to engage with the newly formed government of India. So this particular meeting is about really, this particular visit is really about meeting various people across various ministries here in India to take the ties to a new level, because this current government has started its tenure with very, very aggressively reaching out to its neighbors, talking to various people. And let's not also forget that most coverage is also talking about the fact that when Narendra Modi took office officially, his first conversation was with China's leadership.
Okay.
So that's what we are looking at, better relations, and that's what's being spread across media.
All right, we'll
from
have to leave it there,
to
Shweta.
online articles and also across TV channels.
Thank you very much indeed, Shweta. That's Shweta Bajaj reporting to us from New Delhi.